you never know who you're going to meet when you connect with a stranger and you help somebody else. And I had this thought the other day how when we're younger we're taught don't talk to strangers, don't get near strangers, don't talk to strangers, don't look at strangers. Well, at least I was growing up in New York. Yeah. And but we're missing out. Like normally when I sit down, I might leave a space empty and then there's somebody here. But lately I'm like, screw that. I'm gonna sit right next to this total stranger because that person might be a gift. They might give me something in my life. And that actually happened at your Grammy event, at the Grammy Museum. I sat next to people I didn't even know, and it was amazing. It was the greatest thing, and I have to push myself because I get wildly uncomfortable. I'm like, I don't know that person. I'll just get on my phone.
Sometimes I'm brave and sometimes I'm not.
Yeah.
But if I can just get in that moment where I just feel like going, just saying something to somebody, sometimes it works out beautifully and it's fun.
Right. I've met people, a woman that was on my show at the gym. I went up to her, I'm like, you have the most amazing arms. She's 65, and she has really buff arms, and I'm like, what do you do? She says, I had cancer 3 years ago. And now I'm going to be a personal trainer to senior citizens. Because I'm so inspired, and I beat cancer. Yeah.
And she has great arms?
She has great arms, and she came to my book talk, the first one, and she said, I read it twice. And she felt so inspired. She was nice, so nice. Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
I'm just picturing her arms. I love that. I want those arms. Okay, so how helping others shifts, tell us about, how helping others shifts our mindsets.
Let me find a good section here. Nothing says mood booster more than the selfless act of giving. Toss your personal baggage for a few hours and focus on someone or something else for a change. Our wounds can run deep, and redirecting our pain and emotions can be cathartic and healing. Don't be a bystander in life. Help others. Be tuned into what is happening in your surroundings and see where you can be of service. We all get wrapped up in our own stuff and think some of our problems are monumental, when in fact they can be minuscule and petty compared to the weight of the world felt by others. Put your talents, time, and kindness to work by helping others. Volunteer at a homeless shelter, soup kitchen, nonprofit, pediatric cancer center during the holidays. Just basically be tuned in to helping and, random act of kindness.
Yeah. I think that's interesting too, because I think different people have different ways of helping others, and I think it's not such a bad thing to recognize. I think about my parents. My mom was a feeder. She liked to make food for people.
Mm-hmm.
And then my dad was someone who paid attention to people and made them feel welcome. He talked to them.
Nice.
And so they had different ways of making other people feel good and welcome and comfortable. And so I think
important.
Different people have different ways.
Right.
And it's good to recognize your own.
Yes.
Because I'm not like, maybe I'm a little bit more like my dad, because I forget to feed people. You come over to my house and you'll starve. But we'll have a good conversation.
So tell us how to nurture your relationships.
Well, sometimes we neglect our relationships, whether it's your spouse, your kids. You're very focused on what it is you're going through. Again, you have to make quality time to do things. Now, if you have teens, they might not always want to do the same things with you. So you kind of have to come up with ideas and be creative and kind of be a detective and figure out what is it that your kid might like to do with you. Because some of those teens are embarrassed to be with you. They don't want to be with you. But trying to spend quality time, like disconnecting from your phone and just dialing into, what is it I can do to connect?
Right.
Because that's so important. We're not connected enough.
Yeah.
Okay, and this is a big one. How to kick the toxic ones to the curb.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
So a couple years ago, I went to a TEDx talk, and I met Sue Enquist. She's a UCLA softball coach, winning softball coach. And she gave this great talk. And at the top of her lungs, which I won't do it, she said, toxic people will suck the life out of you. So somebody gets in your car, your friend, and they're like, this person, blah, 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 blah. And you can almost feel like the energy in the car. And it's not good for you. or your kids get in and they start talking about this person, and it's just really important to dial in. It's okay. You want a cookie? I want a cookie. Is he downstairs or upstairs? Totally serious. Does he want a cookie? Okay, I'll throw it. What were you asking me?
Okay, how to kick the toxic relationships to the curb.
So,
have a cookie.
Yeah, have a cookie. You know what? You have to make choices in life. Sometimes your family can be the toxic person in the room, right? And you have to kind of see, like, how much time do I want to spend with this person? Because sometimes it just doesn't work. I know they're family, but sometimes you just need to take a breath and have a little separation. And sometimes
how do you?
You can either approach the topic gently, or if you just don't think you're ever going to connect, then I suggest limiting the time if possible. But it's tough. Sometimes angry people, at the root of that is hurt.
Yes.
And my dad was a very angry person at times, and he was just sad and hurt, and it's just, I finally figured it out though. So the person might not be angry with you, but they might come across as a miserable human.
Yeah, that's a tough one, because sometimes that toxic person is especially when you know that they're just not, a bad person,
right?
That they're hurt.
Yes.
There's a part of, I'll say myself, that still really cares for them.
Yeah.
But I know it's not good for me, so I push, pull,
right?
Because I think
that's when you up your kindness game. I mean, sometimes when you're kind to somebody, they can't. Like, I've had arguments years ago with my dad, and I remember we didn't talk for a while, and it really pained me because he misunderstood something I said, and then I called him up and I was like, "Hi, Dad, Happy Hanukkah," and he was like, "Oh, I feel so stupid. I didn't call you all this time."
Yeah.
So I think you have to just try to just be nice. Like, you can't get along with somebody by these two power struggles, and you know what I mean?
Yeah. I just got tired of being nice and getting punched in the teeth. So
yeah. Then you have to.
Then you just have to go away.
You have to have distance. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would you write a book on that, please?
Next one.
Okay, so talk about how to listen to your creative voice and design a life that makes you more resilient to life's ups and downs.
Well, one of the reasons I chose you to be in my book was because you do have this creative life. Mm-hmm. And we talked about this because I was saying, what happens if you never played the drums, Bree? What would you like to do?
I would find something else to do. I mean,
and I don't think it would be too hard. There's so much to do. I would like to live another 167 years, but then I would just come up with more stuff to do.
But you were how old when you started playing drums?
14.
14.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So I've been playing for what? Somebody help me out. That was not one of my good subjects.
Okay.
No, what is it?
56 years.
56 years I've been playing drums.
Yeah.
That's a long time. And I love doing it still. I am so excited to be going out on the road in November. I just want to do it as long as I can.
If you missed that, she's performing with Cherie Curry of the Runaways. They're on tour.
Yeah, we just put an album out together. I've got 3 albums out this year, including the Fanny record came out last year. But I'm very grateful that at this point in my life, I'm still doing what I've been doing for 56 years, and loving every second of it. And the music business is tough. It's not everybody gets to do this. So I'm really, really grateful, and I'm having a time of my life.
But I like how you also, there's music, and then there's other forms of creativity.
Oh yeah.
It's just your personality, and it feeds your soul.
Yeah, I like making stuff. I like building stuff. I like doing stuff. I feel like it's like constant radar looking for something. I think I told you that I just recently found out that I have ADHD, and now it all makes sense to me. And this is just like recently I found this out. But I feel like I'm always scanning, looking for something. I see something, I tuck it away.
and then I use that later, like hearing things that might be a good song, or seeing something that looks like it might be a good piece to use in the project. And it gets tiring, but it's fun.
I think it's the creative mind as well. I mean, I carry a notebook, so I'm writing all these ideas of different things and stories.
I scribble, I draw, I write constantly. Notebooks full of just...
That's great. Very cool. How are we doing on time?
We have 2 minutes.
How many?
2.
2, okay.
Oh,
Anything
are
else
there
you
more
wanna ask
questions?
me? I wanted to read a little.
Oh yeah,
Deb,
read
that's
away.
okay. I'll just end with this. Where is it? This book was never meant to be your shield against the inevitable struggles you will face. That would be impossible and unrealistic. Throughout your lifetime, you will lose people who are incredibly precious and influential in your life. The gravity of their departure will rock your world, and you could feel as if you're functioning on autopilot. This is when you need to take really good care of yourself. I had a doctor say that to me once, when my dad was sick. You will face a slew of other losses and disappointments throughout your lifetime, but thrown into the mix will be tremendous joy, beautiful miracles, pure bliss, and heaps of gratitude. Our ability to work our way out of life's pitfalls comes down to one basic principle. How much do you love yourself? The way out of what you're going through is determined by your ability to love and nurture yourself in a time of crisis and upheaval. When you take care of yourself, you love and accept who you are, you realize that life will be happy again and that you're deserving of happiness. It may take time to recover, so be kind to yourself and compassionate on whatever rocky road you're facing. Don't let fear take the wheel in your journey. Cherish you and others who love you. Life can be tough, but you will find the beauty and joy in the simplest moments. See them and embrace them because they are there for the taking.